From the vigilant Fox, the Biden cover-up narrative just collapsed, and Jake Tapper is caught in the wreckage. Victor Davis Hanson lit him up. He called Tapper a coward for staying silent when Biden's decline was obvious. We love some VDH on this channel. Let's see what he's got to say. He's a very wise man.
There's a book that came out recently by Jake Tapper of CNN and Axios, Alex Thompson, called Original Sin. It's about the cover-up decline of Joe Biden and the disastrous choice of him choosing to run in 2024 until he was forcibly ejected from the ticket. We all have problems with this, and it's essentially Jake Tapper. It's a co-authored book, but it's Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper is a CNN grandee, 7-figure salary, kind of an iconic figure in this left-wing media outlet. But my point is this: for the last 4 years, again and again and again, if anybody questioned the obvious mental decline of Joe Biden, his cognitive difficulties, Jake Tapper, and went on CNN, Jake Tapper tore them apart. The locus classicus was Laura Trump, who said that he's obviously as early as 2020 in decline, and he suggested that she was berating him for a childhood stutter, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, like this channel was saying it in 2020. Like, obviously the man isn't with it anymore. It was obvious to anybody who wanted to see it. Anybody. And it only got worse. It got progressively worse. Quickly got worse.
So what is my point? Here is someone who promulgated the greatest cover-up in the history of the U.S. presidency, helped. And we were told that Joe Biden was fit as the fiddle. We had medical reports that obviously or mysteriously did not have one critical indicator that were apparent on the Trump and Obama presidential medical records releases. There was no PSA test, an indicator of the health or malignancy of one's prostate. That was a cover-up too, as we're starting to learn. But my point is this: no one was more instrumental in berating, maybe Joe Scarborough, but other than he, Jake Tapper tore apart anybody who suggested that Joe Biden was as cognitive in decline as they saw with their own eyes and heard him. When the Wall Street Journal wrote in a definitive story, Jake Tapper wrote them off as Murdoch Fox propaganda.
Yeah, it is really amazing. I mean, I've shown you the clips on this channel of Jake Tapper berating people. I've shown you the Laura Trump clip, berating her, suggesting it was a stutter. She's making fun of his childhood stutter, right? It shows you the deep cynicism. And again, trademark Radio Baloney, the degenerate cynicism of the media in general, and leftist politicians in general, and some right-wing politicians as well. But people like figureheads for it, like Jake Tapper. It's like you have to be soulless to do what he's doing, right? To have covered up what was obvious to anybody who wanted to see it and berated people for bringing up the obvious, and then afterwards write a book about the cover-up. Not him. No, he was just innocent. He's just a babe in the woods. I mean, how could he ever suspect that maybe Joe Biden wasn't fully mentally competent? How could he possibly know? But now he's done the research, right? So now he can tell us. You couldn't know before because he didn't do the research. I don't know, it begs the question. Maybe he should have done some research then, like before the debate, maybe in 2020. Why didn't he do any research then? Apparently, this can only be acknowledged now because he's done the research, talked to the right people. Maybe he should have done some of that back then. Of course, we know why he didn't, because it's not about informing the public. It's about manipulating. His book about the cover-up, the Biden cover-up, is not about informing the public. It's about manipulating the public, covering up his own lies, his own degenerate cynicism. It's true. I mean, it's layered, right? His lying, his degeneracy is layered. He's multi-dimensionally awful and corrupt. Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of astonishing, like this level of duplicity. It's I would say it's almost psychotic, actually. It's almost, it's almost like some sort of pathology. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.